dawn in a public park in Hong Kong, and the people of the city prepare themselves for the stresses and strains of the day. But these are not simply exercises used by city people hooked on the keep fit kick. Every movement, every gesture has been developed and handed down over 2,000 years. The Chinese call it gung fu, the art of developing the body, the mind and the spirit. But outside China, it's known as kung fu, and to the newly initiated, it has come to represent something very different. David Jiang, Kung Fu superstar. In East Asia, where film stars still count for something, 27-year-old bachelor David Jiang is a cult figure. David Jiang has now starred in 40 kung fu films. At first, only the Chinese swallowed the product, but once the rest of the world got a taste for it, they were soon begging for more. And David Jiang, former child actor, has now taken over the title vacated by the late Bruce Lee, King of Kung Fu.
My parents, they are all actors. And when I'm 4 years old, some producers asked my parents to let me join in the film, and they say yes. Then I start my film business. When I was young, I've been have a lots of street fight. Yeah. By that time, I always lose. That's why I try to learn some Chinese martial arts. And I find my teacher, Mr. Liu. And until now, I've been 12 years already.
12 years isn't time enough to master an art which is 2,000 years old. And even though he can fool the fans most of the time, David Jiang still must practice for 2 hours every day on the rooftop of his apartment.
I love to be an actor very much, because to be an actor, you can be lots of people, always a hero, a big hero, a cool hero.
Shaw's Movie Town, overlooking Clearwater Bay, the Hollywood of Hong Kong, owned by two Chinese brothers called Shaw and run by one, appropriately called Run Run. Here they mass-produce for the millions leading humdrum lives the China of the past, the China before revolutions, a misty world of secret societies populated by the men who perfected martial arts, cool heroes who could kill a man with a flick of the wrist and exterminate enemies with a breath from their scornful laughter. The Shaw brothers believe in giving the public exactly what they want, once they've persuaded them that what they want is what they want to give them, of course. But if they do tire of Kung Fu, then the Shaw movie-go-round is geared to switch to whatever else becomes a cult, and whatever is going up now can easily come down again. "1,500 actors, technicians and carpenters work in this 40-acre town. 500 actually live here. Even Hollywood in its heyday couldn't boast a more efficient fun factory. Unlike Hollywood, however, the women workers here are expected to muck in with the labouring. But then, the Shaw Brothers woman is no ordinary woman. She always has been, and always must be made of much stronger stuff. The Shawtown woman might be unpredictable, but there's nothing unpredictable about the boss. Run Shaw travels to work in a Rolls and has half a dozen other cars to run about in, although he has sold his helicopter. He probably is the last tycoon. He began with silent movers in the 20s in old Shanghai. Now his brother Run controls business operations from Singapore, while Run controls the movie making from Shawtown, Hong Kong. Run doesn't talk money outside Shawtown, nor in it, and doesn't permit his employees to talk about it either. But he does confess to being a dollar millionaire, and casually says it doesn't matter whether you mean Hong Kong dollars or American dollars. Either way, it's a lot of dollars. Run churns out about 40 films a year. Each has a 40-day shooting schedule. Everybody is on his payroll. He contracts in, never out. There are no unions to confuse him. So if Shaw says men must work 24 hours a day, men do. And that also goes for the stars. Once, Run looked to the rest of the world for movie trends. Now, suddenly, he's Mohammed, and they've come to him to make Kung Fu Italian style. The Italians have gone off the spaghetti western. They want Kung Fu, and who better to dish it up than the doyen of the quick flick, Franco Kane.
Bene, perfetto, guarda avanti, guarda, via, portiamola. Gianfranco! Se una cosa così. Gianfranco! Dai, ti con i gatti. Corpo, la vedi bene lei. Mario, mamma, la vedi bene? Sì, ma adesso qui, viso di lei. Lim? E allora questo qui, lui continua, no? Let's go.
A co-production between Italians and Chinese is a strange combination of talents. The two temperaments really are worlds apart. Although the end product will almost certainly be a financial success, there are a lot of communication problems along the line.
Two take Brad, one here, one there, and one there. Then Brad push him back, and they start again Kung Fu.
都意思唔使聽佢。Brad 話咧，如果你哋係正式功夫嘅話，你哋用你哋嘅功夫，佢嘅點嘅反應咧，你哋攬佢嘅話係錯嘅咧，就唔好用。
Quando te vengono.
我唔想你哋搞錯你哋。
Se loro cambiano posizione io...
Va bene, allora va bene. Ok, don't block.
你嗰啲咁嘅打嚟打去，打一排追埋去打兩腳，打落去即係舉佢兩拳。
Be quiet, eh? Attenzione! right there. Must be. Good. All right, let's go. Boom. Boom. Well, good. No. Adesso c'è un tempo. Bravo, questo è rimasto un po'. Bravo. Fantastic, better. Yeah, dai.
Once the action's right, the problems are almost over. All Run Shaw's films are shot silent. The sound comes later. This film will eventually be dubbed into half a dozen different languages. The effects specialists have become skillful at making the sound of violence larger than life. But of course, being Chinese, they also had to invent a machine. Even in a contrived fantasy world, not all the characters are completely phony. David Jiang often finds his film image amusing, and since Kung Fu has made him a rich young man, he can afford to laugh. But away from Shawtown, he takes it all very seriously.
You have to learn a lot of things to defend yourself, to hit somebody, to move fast. You keep learning, it's already building up your character and building a body.
When there's no human sparring partner, he makes do with the next best thing. It's not as dangerous, it can't hit back, but it can still do a fair amount of damage. David Jiang might be a superstar, but he skillfully sidesteps the lifestyle of a superstar and does his best to keep himself to himself.
I don't like to be very rich man. I'm not enjoying my being a big star because money for me is nothing, first things. Second thing is I find out that I have no privacy. Whenever I go out to a movie, I go out with my friends. I just like an animal come out from the zoo. All the people, lots of people, they keep looking at you, pointing at you and talking about you. Well, it's no privacy. It's no time for yourself. Except at home, close the door, sit on the bed.
Once they've made it big, stars always seem to want to be alone. But again, in Hollywood tradition, that never stops unknowns dreaming of becoming well-known. Lisa Yun, a 17-year-old schoolgirl, has been signed up by the Shaw Brothers empire and has already made 5 films. Lisa attends 2 schools. One is run by nuns, the other is run by Run Run Shaw.
6、7、8、2。
OK， 好 ，OK， 打，走东西。OK， 好 ，OK， 1、
8、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。
跳下。
反應啊！
反應啊！呢度，谷啲。呢個。OK， 唔好上嗰啲嚟唔得啊！我打你走，走，過嚟，快啊！走，走，
即係每個人啊，最緊要係情緒嚟放鬆佢，冇太緊張。電影嘢咧同舞台唔同嘅。
A Run Run Shaw education is fully comprehensive. His staff are instructed to teach the young pupils all he thinks they need to know about being a movie star.
所以你一誇張咧，銀幕上邊放出嚟咧，變咗鬧笑話㗎啦。譬如舞台上邊可以好笑嘅，誇大口咧張開眼，電影要非常非常。
Every year, 50 unknowns are put on a year's trial. At the end of the year, only about 5 will make the grade, will be welcomed back to Shawtown. Lisa is one of the lucky ones. She's already been signed up for 3 years, and although Run Run Shaw never discloses money matters, in Lisa's case her contract is worth £50 a month plus a year's tuition.
女能方面多啲，咁啊佢唔係實際一個表演嘅方面嘅基礎教你哋嘅。
怎么样？卖了几幅？拿了多少钱呢？
衣服没卖的，我呢换了老板说我的话很好，他说我改变作风，那可以赚大钱。
那改什么作风呢？
对，把圣诞那可以卖要有游客赚美金了。
你不干这个，你凭什么去赚钱？
我可以靠教书，靠卖画赚钱的。
教书。
The starlet system is an investment. Not even Run Run Shaw knows exactly what fashion will spring up in the future. So his policy is to teach his juveniles to be flexible, to learn all styles of acting.
咩花園攞董事長啊？馬會主席啊？咩花園攞董事長啊？馬會主席啊？
转身
你可以吹下牛啊！
For the moment, however, the refinements of screencraft might be considered a bit of a waste of time. Even kung fu experts sometimes won't take risks, especially if they're valuable superstars. And that's when the stuntmen move in on the scene. They offer up packages choreographed by their leader. The stories may change, the settings may change, but whatever the film, there's always a stirring punch-up that not only can, but must be fitted in. The public demands it, and Run Run Shaw always gives the public what it wants.
過咗你睇定，我一搭咗，我一回翻馬，然之後係，過去啊！
These men are about the only people in the business who operate outside the Shaw setup. They sell their talents by the day. They prefer it that way. And when you consider the high injury risk, no doubt Run Run Shaw prefers it that way too. On his payroll, there's no room for passengers.
David, isn't Kung Fu just an excuse for violence?
No, it's definitely not. Well, we learn Kung Fu, you can keep your mentally and physically fit. And also you can learn to be patient. And also you can build up your very good character. For instance, before I learned the martial arts, I do a lot of fighting in the street. But now after I learned, no fighting at all, except in a film set.
It was bound to happen later, if not sooner. The British are coming. Hammer Films and the Shaw Brothers are making a co-production. The stars include Peter Cushing, naturally, and Julie Edge. She, of course, is Norwegian, but the true Britisher is very much in evidence.
I don't believe this, man. I shaved at 6 o'clock this morning.
The director is Roy Ward Baker, who knows his horror but doesn't know his kung fu. But help is near at hand. Kung fu superstar David Jang. In the film, David Jang will be helping Peter Cushing to find Dracula in China.
Just the, I think, you see, when you go to Spain, for instance, you leave it.
Well, I don't know about the kiss, but I might have the sweetie.
Small frogs pass up where?
The lands, man.
Here.
To wait.
He speaks better English than I do by now, you know. Peter has been teaching him 2 weeks. Nursery rhymes.
David Jang is also helping with the direction. Like a lot of actors who make the big time, he now wants to wear the other hat. Kung Fu is currently big box office. It's a fad that will inevitably fade out. When it does, however, the 2,000-year-old art, which has been pummeled and played with to suit the mood of the 1970s, will still survive. and the superstars will step aside once more for the real kung fu artists.
If you could do it as close as that, it's frightening.
我跑过来就不拔起来吗？
对。
出来这样做。
Okay. Now let's get this track done. Gary, we're getting a very bad bump in the middle.
Kung fu, for the moment, still makes money, so movie men still make kung fu pictures, and will continue to do so until the public finally calls a halt to the action.
Camera, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, camera.